day, here's Biz's beat of the day.
Yeah.
I gotta pinch my penis cause I must be dreaming.
Have a look at LTM reviews and get you caught up on the oldest movies. Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. So, for those who don't know, Tenacious D was a heavy metal band back in the late 90s, early 2000s that gained into somewhat popularity. They had a lot of concerts, rock albums, a small TV show that lasted around maybe about 6 or 7 episodes, which I forgot the name of the show. It's called Tenacious D, I forgot the rest of it. But in 2006, Tenacious D was kind of popular that it actually got its own movie called The Pick of Destiny. In the movie, Jack Black and Kyle Grass, I guess his name, they both star themselves, and this is basically how the band got together. And in order to create the band, they go on a quest or an adventure to search for this guitar pick, and it ends up getting into that's in a museum. And it's up to Jack Black and Kyle Grass themselves to go search for it and grab it so they can learn how to use its full potential. You know, basically learn to make their music better. And the whole movie, I'm not gonna lie, gets really, really insane. And there's a lot to talk about with this movie. Well, before I talk about my thoughts, there is something I need to talk about. The movie ended up as a box office bomb. And the movie got mixed reviews from critics. And the movie bombed so bad that Jack Black himself actually didn't want to write another script of the movie because of this movie's failure. Though the movie has since gained a cult following and has become more appreciated over time thanks to Jack Black and his career and Jack Black fans themselves. So how's the movie itself? Not gonna lie, this movie was pretty wild. What I like about Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny was its main characters. Jack Black and Kyle Grass themselves are very likable and very hilarious in this film. They're very likable and their friendship is pretty strong, and I like the connection they have. I like the scene where they first met, where Jack Black sings that one song and he makes it all up. That was a pretty funny scene. But then you get these very odd scenes, like they meet the devil and Bigfoot and all these crazy characters, and it's really, really interesting and really, really hilarious. And this movie is also a musical. While I'm not the biggest fan of heavy metal, I really, really like the music in this film, and you can really tell Tenacious D worked their butts off making this film. The music is great. The acting is alright. I mean, as far as a buddy comedy road trip film goes, I mean, it kind of feels like something like Dumb and Dumber or Wayne's World, where it's more of it's a buddy sidekick movie. But to be fair, this movie, the characters are so strong that you don't really care about the acting in the film, and despite how over the top it is. I also really like the relationship between Jack Black and Kyle in this film. Because, you know, the friendship is really strong. They're very likable. They're hilarious. I mean, they can get gross sometimes and kind of annoying, but that's the kind of the charm to it. At least they're very likable. They're not making me like, oh, I really hate these characters. They really annoy me. I'm not connecting this film at all. No, they are really likable. The story, like I said, I mean, I haven't said this already, but the story, like I said, is really stupid, and it sounds like a nothing kind of story, and maybe that's why the movie wasn't such a big hit. But at the same time, to be fair, it has a lot of creative stuff, and the story and ideas they use in this film are very creative. Like I said, they go across Bigfoot, the devil, and a lot of weird stuff, and it really is creative. The characters, although very cookie cutter, are very, very likable. Like I said, the main characters are especially great. Jack Black's backstory is very funny. I actually like the song in the beginning, despite how really stupid it was, but it's really good. The music's really great, like I said. The pacing is alright. I mean, the movie felt pretty short to me when I watched it, but at the same time, I still had a fun time with it. So, overall, Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny is not perfect, obviously. It's kind of hard to say if this is a good film, because this movie is basically for one audience and one audience only, and that's Jack Black fans or fans of Tenacious D. But I do kind of recommend it just to how really strange, stupid, and campy it is. If you like movies like Wayne's World or Dumb and Dumber, because of the road trip aspect and the fact that it has a lot of rock and roll in it, you'll probably dig this movie out. I'll give you exactly what you're looking for. But if you're looking for something more like a good story, as well as much more likable characters and ones that are not annoying, you're probably not going to dig this movie out. But for me, I had fun with it. I don't think it's my favorite film from Jack Black, but it is pretty close. Maybe I'll put it in the top 10 spot of his movies. Overall score, I give it about a 7.5 out of 10. It's a fun movie for anyone who likes those buddy road trip movies. Because this feels, even though technically this feels like a 90s movie, but still. Now, Tenacious D, I don't know if they're still doing music or not, but I know that Jack Black is still doing movies, you know, like I said. His band, I think, started in like the late 90s, early 2000s, and this movie was made in like 2006, so this might have been the last thing that Tenacious D will ever do together, because I don't know if they still do music or not, but I could be wrong. Alright guys, that's Tenacious D. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. What's your favorite band? Please subscribe, comment below, let me know. This is LTM signing out, and I'll see you guys next time.
I traveled 500 miles to give you my seed.
Lumberjack.
Some